So, yeah. That was my dream. I'm not starting over. You start over. Final Fantasy. Why are you bonking me? What'd I do? You do that every time. Every time you miss like 2 seconds or something, and then you're like, oh, just start over from the beginning. I just told the whole thing. What's up, Derek? Video check. Video check? What's wrong? I see it, I just... What do you mean video check? What do you mean video check? What's going on? It's fine. I see 2 outputs and both of them look good. I got no drop frames. Is it synced? What do you mean synced? Since when is this? I don't know. Is it synced? I don't know. What are you talking about? When I click things, do they make sounds? Raise hand. Raise hand? I mean, I got 2 versions of it, so... Looks like it's like a 3 or 4 second delay on my end. So I've got my output, and then I have the stream output. Yeah, it's like 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Audio. Is anybody else having audio desynced? How do you know the audio is desynced? Like what audio is desynced? Is anybody else desynced? I don't know what's going on. I can't check that. I don't think. I mean, I can check here. Let's see here. Where's my audio? And make a noise. Is anyone else desynced? I don't know how to... Looks fine. What about the audio? Is the audio desynced? Like, how do we tell? And I can press skills. Sounds fine. It's normal now. Is there... Okay. You're freaking me out. See, I have the audio, like, I have the stream up on my other computer, but I don't have the audio on, because I have the audio on, it's gonna pick up on my microphone, or even just in the stream, and just turn into a garbled mess. Alright. So I think we're ready to start the quest, right? No, we have this thing. Okay, this is the last thing. This is the last turn-in for the Warring Triad. With your victory over Zervin, the Warring Triad is finally defeated. I'm afraid, however, that my own efforts have been more hindrance than help, and you and your fellow scientists deserve to hear the reasons behind my actions. This is where they got the name for the horse game, by the way. This character. I'm kidding. Hi, Kyle. I promise to tell you my journey, of who I am, of where I am from. The truth is, I am not of this world. I was born of a different star, a child whose power of the echo is too feeble to save his dying world. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light. He kind of looks like Thanker with purple eyes. When all I knew stood on the brink of destruction, I was yet half grown. Had I been born but a handful of years earlier. History may have written a different tale. Seeds of other heroes that had yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is known to you now as the Void. Though Acalia knew not that I spoke of my homeland, I have explained to her before the cause of its ruin. A magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Arisite, and the energies which fled from this imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. These heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for ether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint trace of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's ether in ever greater amounts, until one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness. An entire world, unmade in an instant. The void saint you encountered here in this realm are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnaw on what most of life force remain. How did you get here? Oh, you might be telling us that now. Ah. And as I lay dying, beaten and broken in my failed last stand, 'twas my present master who found my tormented spirit and bore me away to the rift betwixt worlds. 'Twas he who first introduced me to Urianger. At my mentor's feet did I learn the nature of reality, the existence of mirrored worlds, and the eternal struggle between dark and light. Sudden and overwhelming superiority for either side will shatter the balance, and the world in question will be returned to the void by a calamity beyond imagining. As the self-appointed custodian of the balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, stood perilously close to oblivion. In what spirit did this master proffer such a warning? A benevolent gesture, or a veiled threat? To these questions and more do I mean to coax forth answers, yet no matter his intention, that Highland doth teeter on a knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master and act as an instrument on this star. The tragedy that befell my home could not be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet, I hesitated at the most crucial of moments. What right have I to stand alongside a true warrior of light? In thine own words thou wert called before thy time, and offered that thou dwellest overmuch on the question of what maketh the hero. The search for that answer leaveth thee paralyzed by doubt. Heed me, Master Munakalai. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earneth thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regulus' loyalty to the Emperor guided his action to the last, and though we do not see eye to eye on many things, his final deeds can be called not less than heroic. Personally, I find that faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered by uncertainty. I know that should I ever falter, Acalia and others will be there to support me, or steer me back onto the right path, if needed. I see. In the days leading up to my world's destruction, I was entirely alone. I never knew what it was to have such comrades. I cannot imagine the loneliness she must have felt. Look around you now, would reply. You're not alone anymore. I like the wink. Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know, with her having her hood up like that, it almost seems like I'm the only person with dark hair. Even her hair's not that dark. I will fulfill my promise to save this world. When I stumble, I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies, this is difficult for me. For so long have I spoken from behind a mask. I feel called out. We should all feel comfortable speaking without such concealments. I feel called out again. It's even worse. Oh, that's funny. I should hope you appreciate the irony of that statement, Oriange. He hasn't quite got the synchronized nod down yet. Hi, Kyle. You know who she reminds me of? Did you guys ever see Deadpool? I can't remember which Deadpool it was. Probably the second one. But there's a character, Yukio, who's basically, very, very bright and cheerful. And, Deadpool is, like, snarky and mean to everybody except for her. He always makes a point to wave to her and say hello and goodbye. And it's just so funny. That's what it reminds me of. Alright, and then we have this one. This is going to be the, we'll go get this one unlocked and then we'll move on to the main story quest. Whilst we were examining the controls for reserving shackles, I found a tombstone that may be of interest to you, Acalia. Would I take a look? See, my throat's a lot better. I'm not coughing as frequently. I'm still having to clear my throat a little bit. More than usual. What you had this morning? Is that what causes the audio desync issues? Information contained within this device appears to have been used to simulate a battle of grueling difficulty. Challengers would be pit against a simulacrum of Zervan, power of which had been enhanced to the Icon's highest conceivable magnitude. It is described as the final trial for the most elite of Aleg's warriors, intended to distinguish the truly exceptional among them. I've witnessed no champion more exceptional than the warrior of Light. Are you not curious how Zervan may have been? Hi! Welcome, how's your stream? Also, in all seriousness, I hope you're okay. Yeah, if you need to go to bed. It's way more important than being here. You're playing Peak? I've heard so many things about that game. Did you fall? You make it to the top? You're working. Oh, that sucks. Call in sick. Hi, Colza. Welcome, welcome. How's Peak? You fell 4 times, not quite a good rock climber. That's okay. I'm not a good rock climber either. I'm more of a digger. Like, I prefer... Like, if I'm going to climb a mountain, I'll just dig down and then dig up. It makes way more sense. Then you're secure and safe. And you control how steep it is. Yeah, we're just Final Fantasy. We're clearing up the Warring Triad, then we're going to get right back to the main story quest. Finally. After several weeks. I urge you to visit the verification node and undertake this ultimate test at Algan Elite. All we're doing is just going to go turn this in, and then we're done. You've watched me dig. Remember that time I got drunk and dug a hole? That was fun. I still have some beer from that. I really need to start drinking more. had the spare calories today, but not really the inclination. Oh, tell me guys what you think about this. So I went to the dentist this morning, and I had to take my mom a gift. There's a wedding coming up, and I'm not attending, but my mother is, and so I wanted to have her just take the gift in my stead. And since my dentist is in the same town she lives in, I was like, okay, you know, I could stop by and visit with her, but I had to go to work still. So I met her at a restaurant near her house. And my intention was to buy her breakfast. And so the restaurant was Wendy's. And they have this new thing, looking at fluctuating devices. They have $1 biscuits. And they also supposedly had a biggie bag where you get like 2 of the $1 biscuits and fries for like $4. And I kind of wanted that, but they didn't have it at this one. Oh, I got a future reference. I mean, I got it. And so we went in, and she's like, I don't know what to get, and I was like, I was just gonna get some of those dollar biscuits. And she's like, okay, so she got one $1 biscuit. I got 2 $1 biscuits, and so I bought breakfast for the both of us for $3. Is that like? And she was gonna pay, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, she's pulling out cash, and I'm like, no, put that away. And like, am I not a good child for that? I don't know. Lip activating. Sorry, 1 second. Lip activating verification systems. Elimination trial request acknowledged. Waiting tombstone data. Lip data processed. Adversary warring triad. Servant. Threat level, extreme. This is the final qualifying test for surviving elite squad enlistees. Participation is only permitted to candidates who agree to unrestricted biopsy procedures following the trial. Specifically, enlistees who successfully complete the program will be certified as genetically secure and must submit to cell harvesting for subsequent cloning initiatives. Lip trial survival rates are currently calculated at 1.9%. No, she was perfectly happy. I just felt kind of like, you know, she was perfectly happy with it. And she actually seemed very amused that I fed both of us for like $3. But yeah, I did need more calories. I was expecting the fries to add calories. So I'm in a little bit of calorie deficit this morning, or afternoon. So I may have issues when it comes time to work out, but we'll see. Blip. Activating reality augmentation. Initiating elimination trial. Empire thanks you for your service. Post-mortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent candidates. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Yep. But I was dressed for work, and I also, like, it had to be a fast breakfast, so we couldn't, like, do a sit-down restaurant, because I had to go back to work, or go to work. Even if I didn't stay very long. Alright, main story quest, we have been sidetracked for a month. I mean, I did get sick and couldn't stream for like a week, so... And then I couldn't talk when I came back. Alright, we're gonna ignore that. Alright, we're gonna focus on... Wait, where are we going? Oh, that's not it. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's not telling. Wait. Yeah. Oh, I gotta walk there. Why don't I just teleport there and figure it out? Just pick a spot. Right there. Right in the middle. Alright. West. Mr. Sapphire, you have come at a most excellent time. I do not like that title. The invitation from a truly permanent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would you have been present to receive it, but in any event. Good night. Rest well and hope you have a nice day at work tomorrow, okay? Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you for trusting your people with me. I don't know how you followed. You've raided him before. Which way? Yep. Rest up. Sleep well. Have good dreams. May your dreams be better than mine. I would not wish my dreams on anyone. My nightmares, much worse. But my dreams, not great. Invitation from a truly permanent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you have been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Emmerich de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, Evis Viscount of House Borel, cordially invites Mr. Sapphire to dine with him at his estate. Gee, he's got enough titles? Seems surprised. Surprised you could say all that without taking a breath. Best to assure me that his lord has broached the subject with you at an earlier date when arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afford a little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, his plain Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you? I would, but I haven't the foggiest what to wear. Any thoughts? You would ask me? Well, I am sure that as a personal friend of Sir Emmerich, you are at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, frog costume. I don't even think I have a frog costume. When in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. At least, that's what Lord Emanuelaine has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for ladies. You're ready to pay report to the Astrologicum. The man of House Boros is waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way. Alpine coat. Do I have an alpine coat? I'm just gonna go as I am. Where are we going? Over here? One of these days I need to do all these extra quests that are just like hovering around. But I think most of them require me to get somebody to run me through. Complicated. Because apparently nobody does these things anymore. It's kind of sad, really. One of the things I remember from World of Warcraft, they had this system. It was very cool. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was only out for a little while before I quit. Where you could run a dungeon, right? But you would be level capped at the dungeon level. And it was severely increased difficulty. And also timed. So you would get, like a medal based off how fast you finished it. Bronze, silver, gold. I think you got bronze just for finishing no matter what time. And then silver you had to be under a certain time. Gold you had to be under a certain time. And so you had to... I was always a tank. And so you had to walk the fine line of how much to pull so you don't die. But also you want to get the AoEs in to get the maximum DPS you can. And it was group dependent. So you couldn't just like... This was not something you could really get a pickup group to do, generally speaking. You had to know the people, be on voice and stuff. So it'd be cool if they did something like that. But then that doesn't really help. That doesn't help the situation, does it? That just reuses some of the dungeons. And it was every dungeon, though. I think just about every dungeon. And they were very difficult. They were tuned very hard. But doable. So anyway. Greetings and well met, Mr. Sapphire. I need to get out of this town. I have the honor and privilege to serve as head steward of House Burrell. Though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of other noble families, being countable on one hand. I would be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. So to Jurassic Park! Look what happened there. I dare say a woman of action such as yourself enjoys near a moment's respite. The battlefield beckons even now, I am sure. For this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. A noble sentiment. I like it. Their tables are too big. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Okay. Okay, so look at their hands.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Alright, notice what they are doing here. They have the fork in their left hand, the knife in their right hand. So, when you're eating something in this manner, when you have cut a piece off, you now have a piece of meat skewered on your fork. Do you lift it with your left hand and eat it, or do you switch to your right hand to eat it? I've heard that's like country dependent, but that I do it wrong. I don't even know what to look up for that. Okay, I do it wrong. Is it a trick question? So apparently if you're right-handed, you're supposed to put the knife down, switch the fork to your right hand, and lift it and eat it. If you're left-handed, you're supposed to eat with your left hand. So I eat like I'm left-handed. Okay, so yeah, that's so I eat like a left-handed person. Because who wants to switch silverware 17 times while you're eating? That's dumb. It's stupid. Okay, well, how about this? Okay, let's say you have this lovely meal here. Alright, so you have, you know, your steak, you have your potatoes, you have whatever this red stuff is. You have some fruit. How do you eat these things? Do you eat a little bit of each of them? Or do you eat one, then move on to the next one, and move on to the next one? I do the latter. I will eat a little bit of one, or eat all of one. I eat all of one thing before I move on to the next thing. I do the same thing with burgers and fries. If I'm having burgers and fries, I eat the entire burger and then move on to the fries. Always. Like, if I were being served, you may as well serve me one dish at a time. Not that I ever get served, but I'm just saying. You mix them together? Or you do it sometimes one, sometimes other. Or do you just like mix it together in a big pile on your plate and then just scoop it out like a lunatic? Maybe you own a blender. Alright, sorry, I got distracted. You literally mix it all together? Like everything. Like, there's some things I mix. Like, for example...
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
For example, when I do, like, Thai food, they give you out your sauce, and then you have rice. Often a communal rice, I think. So I will scoop the rice onto my plate and put the sauce on the rice. Because those are meant to be enjoyed together, not separate. Although I do love rice. Anything with rice, yeah, anything with rice you gotta mix. It could be worse. One of my nieces at some point got a thing where she would not eat anything that touched. That included everything from casseroles to a hot dog and a bun. If the hot dog touched the bun, she wouldn't eat either one of them. I don't think it's intended to ketchup on fries, but I think ketchup's the exception for everything for children. Are we being poisoned? What's that sound?
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
Why not join me next? That weird habit of separating burger and eat them all on their own without the ingredients?
Well, truth be told, when I think back on the sweeping vistas of the churning mists, I do feel some slight pangs of wanderlust.
I do that with the cheese on my salad. If I get the cheese, like, so it's supposed to be crumbled. So usually it's like very, very small, but sometimes they give you just giant chunks. And so if I get giant chunks of my salad, I'll be picking the cheese off. Like I do that like yesterday. My container of feta cheese was very big chunks, and so when I'm walking up the stairs, just popping cheese in my mouth the whole way. This is why I can't have cheese around.
Alas, much as I would like to accept your invitation, I fear my present duties with the House of Lords demand my undivided attention. Someday, perhaps. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform.
I'm also a fast eater. That comes from... I believe that me being a fast eater came from my desire to get back to things. Like, food was never important to me. Food was always something I did to not die. So I would always be like, oh, I gotta finish this so I can get back to my book, get back to my video game, get back to my TV show, or whatever. So the faster I ate, the faster I get back to what I wanted to do. And so I still have those tendencies to this day. But in an effort to be better, I will probably be making an effort to eat a little bit slower in the future. At least when I'm around people. Like, when I'm by myself, who cares?
The formation of the Republic is but the beginning. For it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success. That I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all. And it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
That reminds me of the Skyrim emblem. You can't really see the dragon. Is this the poison drink? That's a massive bread roll. Look how big that thing is. Is that for one person?
May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
A new brush for my tail.
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Forton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay.
Good thing I wore my armor.
Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
Alright, please see if you can find somewhere cold to put this meal so it'll stay fresh. That's a joke because it's all freezing cold outside.
For every ending marks a new beginning.
The wheel just keeps on turning.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she.
Seventh dawn.
Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Am I leaving again? I changed positions. It's not too bad. Welcome, Mr. Sapphire. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yes. It's Alphanode! He's been injured!
Yes.
Yep, that's Alphanode, alright.
Is that...
Yep, Alphanode.
Alize, Alphino's twin sister.
Oh, he has a twin sister. I'm kidding.
She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one.
Yep.
Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelves Wood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder.
Which wasn't knee, so
It was
she could
only
still
after
be
we
an
had made
adventurer.
good our escape that I
What?
realized it was poisoned.
Oh.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt.
Yep. That's the cutscene. The cutscene power.
She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions.
Oh, really?
Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. Would that it had not been so perilous.
A little bit hairless, yeah.
For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister.
I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh, I'm thinking Miku, Miku, ooh. to do is follow you. I'll keep singing along for all of you. I'll keep singing along. Alright, let's count the differences. So her lips are a little bit pinker. See that? See that? I think her earring has a little pink line on it, and his looks a little bit blue, but maybe I don't see it right now. I've seen it before though. I know the gems are different colors. He has a blue gem, she has a pink gem, or like a teal gem in this thing. Those are the differences I really know. I'm pretty sure the earrings, the lips, and that thing, and also the hair tie, it's different color.
To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled chirurgeons.
That wasn't my best Miku impression, but I did give it a shot. It's hard to tell because I can't hear myself. Like, it sounds like I'm talking from the other room.
Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once.
Yes, please.
Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
I cease.
Alphino, is the Warrior of Light, is she with you? Don't go, there is something I must say.
Where did I go? Where am I? I wasn't in the picture. Was I hiding behind somebody because I'm short? Couldn't she pass a message?
The Warriors of Darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the Primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her.
Zelfatol sounds like a drug in America.
You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
I'm chewing on my lip. Does that show up on the thing? Alright. Surely they won't let her. Sigh. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain Whitecaper's chirurgeons. Did that bring us standing back from the very brink of death? I am uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet the power to influence? I have so much food. I'm just gonna grab the thing. Those people! The Warriors of Darkness. We know them. The Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning. They might put her to the sword. Then we first encountered them in Loth Ashnath when they were confronting Pravana. Has that been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? There is much more I do not understand, but I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alice risked her life to uncover this plot and may squander her gift at our peril. Kayla, will you accompany me to Zelfatol and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? Yep, let's murder thousands of birds to stop them from summoning. Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixalia homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We've been willing to suffer the Beastmen's incursions into Porthian lands to a point, but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. We shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphino. The mountains of Zelfatol are not easily traversed. This endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all. The XIV dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zelphatal by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for content at the Camp Knights to be placed at your disposal. Contingent Camp Knights. They will secure your safe passage through the mountains and escort you thence to Zelphatal. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. You should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmont. In the event Mistress Alexander regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. I'm trying to slow down my reading a little bit. Is it working? Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Let's go. Wait, can we just teleport? We can just teleport from here. We don't have to leave first. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Nautilin and due east to Cape Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixali warriors, I have been informed that House Fortaunt Knights have already dispatched them. Enemy gates lie open. The enemy's gate lies open. We need but walk through. Yeah, you heard the man. He lied to us. The gate's not open at all. Mr. Sapphire, Master Alphino, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Could be put there up to something and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Zelphatal and aid you as you see fit. The enemy will thick on the ground. Upon arriving, let us advance with care as we search for the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, we should only have to contend with Ixal, but if they are not, we may be forced to battle with the warriors of darkness. You heard him, we gotta walk through the gate. What's the button? I can't walk through the gate. Let's do it. Let's take him down. What do they do if I don't, like, have my tank stance on? That just mean everybody dies? Look at those little things, let them go! I've never seen them running like that. That's funny. They got little legs. Ah, they throw rocks at us. I want to see it run again. They don't know how to, oh, look at that river. Who's throwing rocks at us? Also, they suck at DPS. That's fine though. Oh, he's got a little, a black one of those things. A carbuncle. It's so cool. I want to look at it. Single targeting. I'm glad they're enjoying their single target DPS. Seriously, who's dropping the rocks on us? Is that the Warriors of Darkness? I thought we were coming in with the boss fight and I just wasted all my stacks. Oh well. Yep, boss fight. Where did he get a hot air balloon? I mean, I guess they did say they still have them. And now it's going to float like a little bit above the ground. Not very high, just a little bit. I can't reach him. Okay, that's on me, because I did say, you know, I asked him to do that. He said to stop. Up we go. Oh, never mind.
Release. Away with you.
Oh, he's invulnerable. Let's finish him off before he goes up in the air again. It's a giant Fabergé egg. Are those things still, or they're still around? I mean, I guess so. It's probably just nobody cares. It's hard to care about fancy eggs when you can't afford, like, chicken eggs. I can feel my hunger growing. Random facts. We have bellflower facts. I'm sorry. Just got mixed up. The drawbridge falls. Where are we heading up? Where are you going? Okay, someone is calling me. I don't know if I know the number though. I don't have it saved. Oh, I didn't see the treasure over there. Wait, wasn't there a treasure back here too? Oh yeah. Ah, okay, that's, yeah. Alright, I'll confirm it later. It's, that's for the spa appointment I have, next week. Oh, look at the little things! What are they? Look at them! Look at them! Oh, they're so cute! Oh, they're so cute! Those are adorable. Look at them hopping around. Aww. Look at it, look at it, look at it go. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, we need to keep moving. It's a trap. They put the trap in there to distract me. Is that an old clip or a new clip? Did you try to clip that? Why are you clipping that? They're adorable. Actually, I know why you're clipping that, because they are adorable. They are, very much so. I don't know, or that could have been an old clip, I don't know. You know, I played this game before, I don't remember this dungeon at all. Sounds like this guy can't eat gluten. Idiot! Ow. Oh, there's a safe place to get launched to. Okay. Oh, that's bad. Oh, come on! I thought I went the right spot. Eliminate all enemies. What? Where are those enemies coming from? Where are they? Oh, over there. Airstone. I'll take that. Where's it go? Over here? Oh, that's cool. I like it. Seems so silly to have that when they can all fly, right? Or can they not all fly? Oh yeah, they're ground bound. They can't fly. Did you not drop the thing? Oh, there's more. There we go. Airstone. So this is just a very big fan. Yeah, I probably should be her for that. I might unearth that. No tornado fuel. Almost done that. I kill that guy, and then cutscene. Lost time. Alright, some has already happened. Clearly. I mean, he's already... Oh, wait, is that not the summon thing? Oh, okay. He just tried to feed us with regurgitate. He's a bird man. Uh-oh. No, it's ingurgitate. What's that mean? That's a weird word. Is it even a word? Oh, I moved back in too soon. look that word up. Does it really exist? To swallow something greedily. Okay. Alright, do we start the summoning? Either way, we do have to go brush. It's about that time. I should probably get a little something to tide me over until dinner. I don't know. I don't know how many calories I need. How many calories do I need? Let's see here. Let's see here. Wait, really? 610 calories? Maybe I did have enough calories. Why am I hungry? Cookie. Nom 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 nom. Eat a cookie. Nom 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 nom. Cookie in my face. Why am I hungry? Well, apparently I had enough calories. I don't know. I went back to normal. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go get, let me loot this before I forget. Make sure to grab it. Alright, I'm gonna go brush. We'll be right back, okay? Brushy, brushy. Now I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I had a banana, but also, you know what I brought back? You know. I haven't had these in a while. They've just been sitting in my fridge. I got some pickles. Pickles! Fill my stomach without calories. No. I said I haven't had any in a while. How long do you think I go without cheese? It's not days. It's hours.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Asians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
You will help. I'll face them by myself.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins!
She has some
You
pickles.
had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumul. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
Good old pickles. I have banana and 2 pickles. That should time me over till dinner time. We got, well, 2 hours stream.
You've been
Then I gotta
awfully
work
busy
out.
since we were kind enough to spare your
Then I can
lives.
shower. Then I can eat.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you?
Is this sword
Very
rusted
well.
or just bloodstained?
Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here.
You should always clean your weapons after you kill someone. You don't want them to rust or anything.
You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the great sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source.
Alright, so we're the real world.
For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes.
Warrior of Light against Warrior of Darkness. Both warriors. I'm ready. Let's do this. Fight me! Coward! I'll
If
fight
there
him
is
all.
aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, be gone. You have no friends here.
Is that not Orion J? He's literally covering the opposite side of his face that Orion J always covers. I don't know. Maybe I just have trouble distinguishing. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. I wish I wanted to fight. Think it could be true? Did you save their world, there's been ruined to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. Sacrifice to the lost, it ends here. One of these days I have to go through my inventory and deal with it. One day. Maybe off stream? I don't know. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The Knights can apprise Lord Edmond of our success, and we, the Lord Commander... The Knights can apprise Lord Edmond... Okay. Two different people. So the Knights are going to tell one person, we'll go tell the other. Okay, got it. I didn't understand. More importantly, I'd like to see if my sister's condition is improved. Take a moment for yourself if you wish. I'll be at the congregation. I noticed I'm still coughing, but not coughing nearly as much. So we're doing a lot better. We're getting there. You ever get the feeling that sometimes they just throw a bunch of letters out and that's their name? I mean, that guy's just a very, very solid Albert. From Albert. And that's a very, very, sure of himself Kennet. Brings you joy to see you safe for return of us, Akeda. What news from Zelphatal? Sorry, Amric, it causes erectile dysfunction. I'm kidding, it's not a drug, probably. You were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mistress Shishtola has been tending to Mistress Alisade in your absence. And please report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Don't worry, because she's much improved. She's resilient one, much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Zelfatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
You're very welcome.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
Stupid teenager. Kids do dumb things. It's just no fact.
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
And rather than contact anybody you knew, you decided to follow them on your own.
Exactly.
Idiot.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Yeah, I've still got 2 unopened jars of pickles.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
I was eating a lot of them a few months ago, and then I just kind of stopped all of a sudden.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes.
That's unfortunate.
If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the XIV's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Oh, I want to go with Tancred. That's okay, I'll go with Stola.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But you literally just got out of sickbed.
But Alize, you...
He's probably gonna say what I just said.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Alright, we're all idiots.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Okay, I love the cheeriness. I love the attitude. It's now really time for fashion. Who am I kidding? It's always time for fashion. I feel like I gotta sneeze, though. Stupid allergies. At least I'm feeling better, though. That's the important thing. My head is mostly better. A lot of my stress has gone away. I took care of so much this week. I got my license updated so I can fly on a plane because I already have the plane tickets. I got that done this week. I had a dentist appointment, got that done. I had to give a present for a wedding gift. I had to get that arranged to get delivered, and I did that as well. So pretty successful week, I think. That should eliminate my stress, assuming nobody else, gets hacked and they're spamming me on Discord with adult websites. I think the three of us plumbed the depths of his coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to, I never learned. But I suspect that was by design. Fashion is the best date trope? I don't get it. So she enjoyed hearing tales of her exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. I like it. It's nice. I'm curious what this is. That a skirt? Like a half skirt? What do you even call that? I've never seen one. That's not a skirt. The internet says it's a skirt. Dip him. I mean, maybe. Whatever. Right then, shall we be off? Shotaro never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Raise a 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studio when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please! She's not my, Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" No, please do. I want to know what happened. So be it, another time perhaps. To be honest, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do. I mean to ask about the carriage. Let's find out about the carriage. Ah yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ulda after the banquet. The driver informed me that I had my sister thank for his presence at Ulda. How'd you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brandon managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself, or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That's all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Oriange can be of assistance. Alright, we're still in town, but we're going to the Waking Sands. I got tons of these things burning a hole in my pocket. Look at all these foods I have. That's probably like a good chunk of my inventory. It's also kind of warm today. Like, not bad warm, but like it's like warm in here. It's only like 74 outside. Oh well. Oh good, we just walk in, we're done. Okay, Oriange, apologies for calling you unannounced. My master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I still don't know if he's the guy leading them around. I didn't see his hair. What's his hair look like? I don't remember. See, I usually recognize him by this. And of course his outfit. But, you know, if you cover that bottom half of your face, who knows? I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribes' crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. You know, at some point, I hate to say this, okay, this might come across as really, really, really bad. But for example, if you had a country that kept launching nuclear missiles, right? Even if you intercept them every time, eventually you have to go in and be like, you know, that's enough. We gotta wipe out this country. If you remove the leaders and they still keep doing it, it's too late. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Merlthor. O Gormoro stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. We must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let's consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook at Caria. Thank you for counsel, Oriange. Pray inform us if you should learn aught else. I also feel like I need to cut my grass at some point. Maybe I can cut it Sunday. I shall. Let's cut the front. If I may, brother. Oriange, is there anything else you would like to say? Alice? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I'd ask you to research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I've heard tell of a promising tome. The G-Run or Oracles. Mayhap you can start there. Bye, they leave. Can't overlook, what's it? Very well. Like, you never see him without his hood. And glasses. So I don't even know what his hair looks like. Hair is the main way I recognize people, by the way. In case you wondered. Hair and clothing. I need to go turn my fan on. 1 second. Let's go put stuff over for a second. Give me a fan. Oh, it's getting hot. It's not like miserably hot, it's just like uncomfortably hot. Just in this room. It's fine outside this room, I'm sure. As evidenced by the cool air coming in from outside this room. If there's a blow it in. 7 hells this rate, I'll have to appear on Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. You don't want any reinforcements? Okay. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like coming to a head, the signs of 7 dawn turn up. Pitch in to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ugaramaru have gotten much more aggressive of late, just as you said. Matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'd be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand to help us search the camp for the little bugger, won't you? Got him! Our master fans seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you have no idea why that might be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That appeared to corroborate Urianji's information, yes. It'd be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there'll be time to think of this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning. That means finding and questioning this kobold. If I were a kobold hiding somewhere, where would I be? Maybe I left the camp? Gasp! It's just a little one. Where'd it go? Is that anyway? Ah, there it is. I didn't look far enough under the bridge. Just stay back. Away, far back. I'm not... There's no point. Pointless, hopeless, no use. He ran right through me. He's so terrified of me that he ran right through me. Oh, where? Please, don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. I do feel like my voice is getting a little creepy again. It is true that I talk a lot more on stream than I do at work and stuff. So, it's probably just that. But I'm getting better. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. He's just running in a circle. This is a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Guys, try me again. What to do? I come in peace. Only talk. Speak, say, talk. So please, do not hurt me. This is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder soldiers are on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we got him. Fine work, Silence. So, little one, you thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Plotting to steal my crystals, were you? No, I came to talk, to ask for help. When your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and No, let's talk, take a deep breath, and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pickman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pickman, one day. Well met, Gabu. I'm Alphino, and this is my sister Alice. Okay, the woman who found you is our friend. Now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bloden here thinks you wanted to take his crystals. Gabu, you said you came to ask for help. Why to us, not your own people? What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? I am, No one's going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. So the Patriarch, the Patriarch's going to summon the Great Father again. You have to stop him. Beat him, fight him, stop him. Gabu's parents, they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. Said that if they didn't have iron in their hearts, they would serve as a coke for the furnace. And the guards took my parents the other way, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace. I don't want to believe it, but I've heard tales of folk high fastened from the bowls of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is sickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. You're not listening, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Special Command that the Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being, the SSV-3 will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, for sure, if we may find out seem optimistic, we'll make ready just in case. I have faith we may have stopped the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance had Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy that they would even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Times of the essence, we must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals. Cherishes Cabus loves them. If we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. You're good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Several spots, each fitted by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. Together we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Quickly. Okay. Loot it up. Have them all good. Lead on, Gabu. This way. Is that one dead? Oh. Alright, here we go. I loot those. I'm sure if you have the crystals, you move on to the next cache. Do you hear me, brother? It's just that... I'm quite certain that that crate won't spore its guardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Korthos to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Valbrand by another party, most likely a pawn of the Astians, as Thancred speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Astians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Random Fox, we got... Summer Fox 25. Have we already had this one? I don't remember. Did we have this one yet already? Look, this is food. Oh, that's a shame. Where do we keep track of it? Right there? Yep, there it is, from Dark Souls. I don't actually make it common. It's just, this one's just a rare. So, I don't know. I never mind about that. I never mind about that. As I said, we don't have a lot of time. Do this next cash Gabu. Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. Should I have made it common? I can make it common. This next one is the last and it's very large, very big, very huge, very large. Either way, I don't think it's new. It's not new. We've had it before. They're all gone. They cast spell for a time, see no sign of the crystals. I found it. What about you, Akela? Any luck? Nothing, but this can't be. People who saw them, spied them. Saw. Yeah, but I think they must have moved them, yes? Where to and why? I know come over the some type once before and mean to do so again. It's the only explanation. My mother and father and the others. We will have to help them. They will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They've yet to call out for the remaining place, yes? They had, they would have found the other cache empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth is past. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to protect Titan summoning. Sorry, there's a pickle seed that got on my lip. But first, give me your crystals, and I might deliver them under Commander Bloden's custody. Dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. crystals, Kate, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. I delivered them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Bloden on the situation. Get going ahead. As I recall, there's an 8th right within the ground rule binds to deliver you to the naval. That'll move Dallas Hills away. Wait for me there, and I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action, but if this is what you prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way. What's this? I need that guy for some reason. Yeah, the map makes this one a little bit complicated. Was it back there? Wait. Oh, side path. I take this 8th right we seek? Right then. As soon as Alpha arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling super heroic, Akeda. There's no telling what sort of resistance we're facing there. Quickly, you Claude. Briskly, swiftly, quickly. I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms to surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers here? But how did you... Where are my patriarchs, Patriarch? Where are they? Dad? Father? Father? Coke for the furnace. You monster. How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, I'll say, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You'd do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you've brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You've sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it need not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us, together, to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned at the Overdweller's convenience? Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. You take and you take and you take, and when you have had your fill, you sue for peace. Promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when we dare to defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, and destruction, suffering upon us all. I will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You will not ruin ours. said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. Please. Please! I didn't hear a ding. If I did, I wasn't paying attention to it. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up! I don't know. Could have been. Seventh house. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Alphino, leave him to me. He threw the carbuncle at him. That's awesome. Go carbuncle, take it down. We must away. Oh, let's take him down right here. You can't abandon the carbuncle. We abandoned the carbuncle. Wait, can carbuncles actually, like... Yes, carbuncles can die, but they're not permanently lost. It's more like an uncle who eats nothing but potatoes. Carbuncle. Like this. We got library fox. Twelve, how could I be so foolish? I should have known better than let Gabu accompany us, given we were likely to find. His anguish despair served to birth the primal, just as surely would the supplication of the faithful. Or was being born in such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. We have one case for optimism, is that while many crystals were present, they represent but a fraction of the quantity intended for this feminine ritual. Meaning the Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to breathe the land of ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogormoro, more lives will be lost, and else from out of their troops, and the cycle will continue. Okay, you know what must be done. Will you face the Lord of Crags once more? Thank you, my friend. I'll say now to Nakabu. When you're finished with the primal, look for us at Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. Less than 5 minutes. Not too bad. Oh, do I need to brush before I do this? We got 10 minutes left. I actually don't have the urge to brush right now. Maybe I might be dehydrated. It's been a weird morning. Could also be all the sodium, since I had 2 sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits for breakfast. And pickles are pretty high in sodium too. Let's do it. Everybody good? Alright. Hope everybody's awake. I'm not afraid of you. Why did I say hard? Oh, do we get to do the easy one again? I like the music though. We're just vibing. Do we do it? Nobody wants a weapon? What was the point of that then? Alright, so we drop down to level sync. Interesting. I feel like Uncappa could do that myself. Time to brush again? Pretty much. It's that one guy again. I don't know what this one guy I need for something. Literally, just that one guy. I don't see any other ones around. Just that one random guy. Who must be really hated by the game developers. Ah, there she is. Sanitation returns safe and sound. These done then? Tightness no more? Good. There's been enough tragedy this day. He's been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he's made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he's succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared the Sales followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Alright, I'm gonna go brush. I'll be right back. Take a quick few minutes. Sorry, I sneezed almost as soon as I put the thing up. Alright, I will be right back. I am back, fortunately 25 seconds early. That's okay. Yeah, I didn't get water or anything. I still got some water left. Alright, we're just gonna let the timer run out. 8, 7, 6, 5. Alright, that's probably close enough. Let's see here. What we got? There's naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control. much less one which may never even come to pass. Let's tend to more immediate matters. Informing Commander Bloden of Titan's demise, for example. I will point out, this is a thing that people are not good at in general, in my experience. I am guilty of it myself. I have spent hours planning and strategizing for a trip that I'm taking 4 months away from now. Like, I'm trying to cover every eventuality, like, okay, what if airport security won't let me through? Like, what if I somehow made it onto no-fly list for some reason? What if I get to the airport and there's no one to pick me up? All these little things, like, what do I do? What do I do? And most of them won't come to pass. There's no way that there's not going to be somebody waiting for me at the airport. If there is nobody waiting for the airport, they'll be there shortly. They'll be like, hey, we're running late. We'll be there. That's fine. That's not a big deal. So yeah, learn from my poor example what not to do. And try not to stress too much over things that might not happen. Sometimes too much imagination can be a problem. Make sure I read the fine print at the airport? There's fine print at the airport? I'm just worried about how much I can pack. Like, I'm trying to get a week without taking a check bag. So, it's gonna be interesting. Might be a tight squeeze. I may have to get some of those vacuum bags. I'm not checking any bags. And also, I did check. So I checked this. So the airport I'm flying out of, they don't even open until 4 a.m. And my flight's at 6:15, so that's not possible. So I've been told I need to get there probably about 90 minutes early. By someone that works at an airport, not this airport, but at an airport. Given that I'll be traveling 2 days before Thanksgiving, it's probably going to be a pretty big travel day. Not as bad as the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. But the Tuesday before Thanksgiving will be a little bit rough as well. So yeah, I'm just planning, like, what to do. Like, my plan right now is I'm going to wake up, basically wash my face, put on a little bit of makeup, not a lot. I will have already packed, and I'll just hop on in the truck and go to the airport. Probably, if I get up at 3:15, I'll probably be at the airport by 4:15. That'll give me 2 hours before my flight. And then I will be hopefully checked in and just chill. Maybe I can grab a little breakfast if I'm able to eat at that point. I'm probably going to dehydrate myself a little bit intentionally just so I don't. I am not really comfortable with public restrooms. It's one of my things. So I am concerned about that. I have a lot of things. I've been living too sheltered, I think. I need to get out there. Hence my stress level. Alright. You may certainly he'd be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? I was thinking about telling my mother about my trip this morning, but I did not. I don't know how I'm gonna tell her. I may just not tell her at all. Yeah, I'll double check. But they don't even start. The security doesn't even open till 4 a.m., so there's no way that they will cut me off for not being there 3 hours early, because they're not even open. You're a sight for sore eyes. When others came back without you, I feared the worst. But they said you had matters well in hand. Also not ended, is it? I'm glad to hear it. But not half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. What are you talking about? I don't understand. What are you talking about? I've never heard 3 hours before in advance. I've never heard that. Ever. I've never heard of that. Oh, that's international flights. I'm not leaving the country. I'm not checking any bags. No bags. No check. No bags. I'm just taking my carry-on. Unless they make me check it, which they could. But they probably won't. Also, then I'm glad to hear it. But now I've got a man to be, believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal is a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend of one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part. We weren't so naive as to think we lived to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which my friend sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be. And I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Yeah, I'm just taking one carry-on bag. That's all I'm taking for the week. So my plan is to take... let's see, I'm planning to take... Alright, 3 skirts in the bag. No, 4 skirts in the bag.
Who goes there?
Undergarments, of course. 6 shirts, 3 to 4 undershirts, probably. And, I think that's it. Oh, socks. Socks. Oh, and, stockings, in case, or not stockings, leg warmers. What am I thinking? Why am I blanking on the name? Leg warmers? I'm blanking. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words.
I did a great job sitting down without flashing the camera, and then, boom.
I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. But when Grandfather revealed the whole truth of the calamity to us, I finally understood. And I resolved there and then to continue his legacy in my own way. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not?
That we do. Never give up.
Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger, of you. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I feel like all of our conversations are one-sided because I never talk. I like this one. Just didn't even sail.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving.
Not anyone. Thancred does. Not.
The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light.
It's a heavy burden.
As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on. For the sake of those we hold dear.
I always love a night sky view when you don't have bugs. I hate bugs.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
It's Urianger.
Every tool has its purpose. Even this.
That's gotta be him, right?
Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand, strike down thine enemy.
Wait, he doesn't have the beard.
So-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
Yeah, go for me. Perfect.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Yeah, that's definitely Orianji. No doubt.
Very well. Draw her out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done. What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands?
Misery and death.
Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
That's the way I am. Once I make a decision, I try to stick with it. I will waffle about a decision for days, weeks, years. But once it's made, I'm done. It's over. Like, I don't second guess. At least not right away. I might second guess, like, you know. Like, okay, like if I'm thinking about doing something, like, okay. Let's say I thought about cutting my hair real short, right? And let's say I decide today I'm not going to cut my hair short. Okay. I might revisit that decision in a year, 6 months, you know. But I'm not going to sit here and just keep on thinking about it. What, hello, Kyria. I thought you had a good night's rest. I was about this morning speaking with Thancred and Ursula via Link Pro. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Isgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. I'm not easy. What are you talking about? I'm easy to keep amused. I'm easy to feed because I don't really have a lot of, I'm not super picky. Like, if you feed me nothing but candy, I'll probably be upset. But, you know, if you got cheese, you got cheese, you got cheese. You got cheese, you got a fox. That's what happens. If you keep cheese around, eventually Fox shows up and steals it. That's just how it goes. It's life. According to the Temple Knights, have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it's only a matter of time before the culprits are found. We shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only too prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they are too flush with Isgardian crystals. In case they, too, are flush with Isgardian crystals. With that in mind, let's just pay Orianti another... Wait, where's Alice? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. Oh. Well, let me guess, it's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. Seeking a consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloden. Something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still there. He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. You should never have been made to... And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I'll remember them. You, Alice, thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. I'm not crying, you're crying. Those who orchestrate these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over, aye, there'll be a reckoning. Angry face. Did I put on angry face? I thought I did. Did I not? Are my buttons not working? My buttons broke again. They work in here. Why are they not working when I've got the game up? Oh, wait, I think they don't work in Final Fantasy for some reason. That's a gnome. I think we've seen that before. Alright, well, we got tons of these tickets, so let's go and burn one. Yeah, I think the command gets eaten by Final Fantasy. I think it blocks all inputs. It couldn't possibly be because I have a button assigned to it, could it? That doesn't work. This works. It's a different button. I think it's eating the inputs though. I think this game just does that. It's fine. We'll move on. We need to eat quesadilla. Quesadilla's almost out of food. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogomo, my friends, by the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts. People of Limsalem and some may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch before the warrior's darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Let's speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Grimoire oracles that we might better understand the aims of the warriors of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. And of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is as my lady Mephilia spake unto day. Spake? Spake unto thee. As what becometh these reflections when they and the source are rejoined? Frail flesh undone in humble fires, each soul surrendereth to recall. Flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, I. The first speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light, in the manner the warriors of darkness described, it would give way into a void where none may know either life or death. Far better to die, the reason, for in death there is life. As if a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew. Saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then... gods. No one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on the subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It seems that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. May we believe this be the work of the same guardian smugglers who supply the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Unless thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that Asins wants him to bring about the summoning of Frogger. Individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. I also is interested to know that their Ishgard spires appear to be none other than the remnants of Elan Royale's network of spies. Surely you jest. Yet it is not surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with Ascians. They don't even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals out of the way. Here, Alcea, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I'd just like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Alice suspects. He all but admitted in the previous cutscene. Alphino, Alice, Akelia. Are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're seeing down, a man in black robes. Then you have them? And the crystals too? What few remained, I regrettably have seen they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Sir Amber's men no longer have need of my services, I have in mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence, we learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha, and there I was saying I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and our little helpers. Ah, wait a moment, there is more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgard smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Royale, the famous Ivy herself. Infamous Ivy. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Yashola next. If there is someone else we have to notify first? No, there isn't. It's a trap! One of the rogues gotten into her. It's twice now that we have sought Oriante's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils and spent as much time at the Levelatory estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, Little Alamigo awaits. Alright, we are coming up on the end of the stream, though. We've got about less than 30 minutes left. I'm gonna try to get to a good stopping point and stop. Then I go work out and get some food and settle down for the evening. Hopefully, I'll get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Do you have something to say? Randy? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Karen, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. No, I'm not bothered with that. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since you have no idea where Thancred might arrive, I suggest to see what information we can gather in his absence. First, let's feed Quesadilla. Oh, we didn't actually get the quest. So to review, we are reliably informed that members of Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals. Our task will be to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the shipment, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It seems this will divide our forces. Haley, why don't you quest the residents in the eastern half of town? I'll say now do the same in the west. Afterwards, we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Alright, east we go. Why you throw Lego at me? Let's go up. Legos. Then you miss. You miss! Hey, resistance? Stand for I know. Not as if I'm being used to them. Cough, wheeze. Said store about all these tales of secret weapons. Good luck to you. I'm too old for the mass bedtime stories. More Legos. It's there a lot. It's time we got used to it. Don't know if the Legos. Guess, come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old ones to place in touch with the cause. Little wonder the Guardians will stop until we're all under the yoke. You got more Legos? I see you there, going around asking questions. All the gifts from the restaurants? They recycle it. Some restaurants. There's actually a restaurant... Oh, I hope it's not still around. Where they just keep using the same grease over and over again. And apparently have been doing so for like decades. Let me look and see if it's still open. I don't know. I heard that when I was younger. I don't know if it's true. Our story. Here's the restaurant. Okay, they don't actually say. Hopefully not. Hopefully they change the grease. See, they're going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin in his slot, I bet. Seems they're talking a little Alamigo these days. Folk wondering what he's about. Who's got in store for the Guardians. What's in that masterpiece, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire. And they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Snort. Your guess is as good as mine. That's a different quest. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. Griffin seems to be the leader of the newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamic liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope the revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of clamor. I feel confident this is the group which retrieved the pistol shipments, but yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I will speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions. I may not enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gunnibald are already acquainted, perhaps it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Much that pleases me to see you again, Acalia. I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his master become the leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I can help admire a man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Karn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. Watching anything in the most Australian restaurants? How convenient. It's but a pity that Thanker's not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. I mean, they probably just made a season of the show in that area. I mean, the restaurant I was talking about is literally known for their greasy food. That's what they're known for. And they've been open for decades. Clogging arteries for decades. I've eaten there before when I was younger. My family used to be really, really unhealthy. I've tried to guide them into more healthy eating habits. With mixed success. I got them to cut down on red meat a little bit. Except for when they go on that stupid Atkins diet. Is it gone already? I hear voices coming from within. I'm expecting a trial. I feel like a trial is a good thing to end on.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled.
Most of these people aren't old enough to remember that.
Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes,
They will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our land.
He's got a good speech. I like it. I also like their tops.
This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
Not his top. He's not really wearing a top.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we
That's a
continue
V
this
for
conversation
Vendetta.
in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
If you've seen what I've seen, you feel what I feel, I urge you to stand beside me 1 year hence. Before the gates of Parliament, we shall give them a 5th of November they shall never forget. I don't remember all the lines. I need to watch that movie again. I need to watch that movie again. I love that movie so much. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. V for Vendetta, it's my favorite movie. And you. It was pretty obvious you and Nikayla would be fine. Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any scions, despite as they were distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? Yeah. I'm paying a favor. I thankfully had no choice but to flee Ulda. We would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of Sion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with Crystal Braves and General Raban had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the Master had to let the refugees spread the word within the community, we're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. And we also remember that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the 7th Dawn. Curious, it's well known that we are no friends of Tagarlamod. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It should not surprise me if you were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and trusted man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. Ironic. What? That's by making all of you wear one. Mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. I mean, also you can see like her neck tattoos and basically all of her chest. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. Now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Something? You're not serious. I can't believe it. Sisters never even entertained such a ridiculous plan with the Griffin. Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make a reference to a power capable of defeating an empire. The mask have made many such claims of late. I confess, I assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which he spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together. If anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that's assuming you'll have us. I figure we're not going to get a good stopping point. Maybe we leave it here and I stop just a few minutes early. I think that's a good idea. We're just going to go back to town here. I am very hungry. I told you guys that. So I'm going to swing. I'm going to try to kill stream a little bit early and go. I'm going to work out, shower, get food, and then rest in that order. So, thank you all for joining me this lovely, Friday afternoon. That's it for the stream today. Sorry, I'm scratching my back and it looks really weird. It looks really weird. They can't really track my hands when they go behind me, so I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day and a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow is Stream of Viewers Day. So we'll be doing some DVD in the morning, probably. Then we'll, I don't know if we're giving up on V-Rising, or if we want to keep trying, or what. So we have that option. And chess puzzles, and of course, Remnant in the evening. So that's the plan. That's the current plan. So hope to see you guys here. Sleep well, have good dreams. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for the 12-hour stream. Hopefully I can do the 12-hour stream. I think I did one last week, so it should be okay. So good night, everyone. Back out. Night-night.